Following his debate performance last Thursday evening, headlines across the country, hell, headlines across the world, let's be honest about that, have called into question President Biden's mental acuity and whether or not he can actually do the job as president, given what we saw Thursday evening. But even with President Biden showing obvious signs of cognitive decline, let's be honest, it may not be the truth you want to hear, but folks, God bless it, it is the truth. He is. However, none of that compares to the mental problems, both psychological and possibly biological, that we see every day with Donald Trump. Robert Reich, who, by the way, has not been the biggest cheerleader of the Biden administration, out there, Robert Reich had an op-ed that was published in Common Dreams this week. And I want to read you some of what Mr. Reich had to say. He's a man I absolutely respect, I admire. So here is what Reich wrote. On Saturday, during a campaign speech in Durham, New Hampshire, Donald Trump invoked Vladimir Putin, of all people, as proof that he is being persecuted. Putin says that Biden's, and this is a quote, politically motivated persecution of his political rival is very good for Russia because it shows the rottenness of the American political system, which cannot pretend to teach others about democracy. Some commentators see this and other Trump assertions about being persecuted as calculated efforts to fuel his base. But, Reich continues, what if Trump really thinks he's being persecuted? What if he has a persecution complex? What if he believes his paranoid fantasies? Trump is not facing nearly the same scrutiny for his age as is Joe Biden, yet Trump should be, especially as to increasing signs of dementia. Biden is sane. He's getting major bills passed, he's negotiating with world leaders, but Trump, who has a family history of dementia, is increasingly incoherent and unhinged. He has confused Biden with Obama so often that he's had to put out a statement that the slips have been intentional. In September, Trump suggested that the way to prevent wildfires in California's forest lands is to keep them damp. He also said that under his administration, shoplifters would be subject to extrajudicial execution. He has also claimed that Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militant group, is very smart, that whales are being killed by windmills, that he won all 50 states in 2020, that he defeated Barack Obama in 2016, that the outgoing chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff should be executed, and that he will only be a dictator on day one of a new term. On November 11th, he said, "We will root out the communist, Marxist, fascist, and radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country, that lie and steal and cheat on elections, and will do anything possible, they'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America and to destroy the American dream." Are these the words, Reich asks, of a sane person? Or of an aging, paranoid megalomaniac? Even if it's unclear to which category Trump belongs, shouldn't this question be central to the coverage of his campaign for re-election? Now, Reich goes on to point out the fact, which I have reiterated, that back in 2017, you had 27 psychologists, psychiatrists, mental health professionals contribute to the book, The Dangerous Case of Donald J. Trump. We have had multiple mental health professionals just this year come out and say that Donald Trump is showing signs that could be Alzheimer's, they could be dementia. He does have the paranoid delusions. He has the ego. He has the, pathological lying. All of these things are both psychological and biological, right? His brain itself could be deteriorating, but we already know that his psyche is definitely fragile. You can't talk about Biden's declining mental state without also talking about Donald Trump's and why Trump's is more dangerous. Reich is right when he says Biden is sane. I do believe President Biden is totally sane. Is he showing some signs of sundowning? Absolutely. Should he be replaced on the ballot? Hell yeah, he should. Is he as dangerous to this country as Donald Trump? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because Donald Trump's mental problems put us all in danger because we are all targets. With Biden, with him slowing down a bit, nobody's a target. There is a difference between the two. But you cannot sit here and hammer Biden for his mental issues if you're not also going to address the serious issues that we have been seeing for years with Donald Trump. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.